Hey up guys, what has this got to do with this? Well, let me tell you, this can help you to discover the difference between major and minor and using your box 1 pentatonic scale. You know, the pentatonic box that we all know and love.
I love it.
If you don't know it, here's a video that'll help. I know that's a bit cryptic, but you see, the thing is that this hand sign that we use all the time when something rocks,
It's time to rock and roll.
this hand sign can tell you the difference between playing that box pattern as a major pentatonic or as a minor pentatonic. I'm going to cut to the chase here, because what we're going to do is, if we start on the first finger, this index finger, we are going to assume that the note that we start on for our box pattern on the E string is telling us we are playing a minor pentatonic. So if I put my first finger here on the A here at the 5th fret, we get the minor pentatonic. So we get the root, the flat 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the flat 7, the root, the flat 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the flat 7, and then we get back to the root, and then we have another flat 3rd on the top there. By starting on the index finger, we can play the minor pentatonic, and it doesn't matter what note we start on, the pattern is always going to be the same, but we're referencing the E string to find this root note. This is the most important note of that scale, because that's the home note. Now here's where it gets cool, because we know that box pattern there. If we hold this up and we get rid of this fella here and we're left with the pinky, but we play exactly the same pattern, it means I would be starting on this C here at the 8th fret here. So this would be the C note. I'm going to play exactly the same pattern, and you can see that this goes. And it's exactly the same pattern, but what we're doing is we're leaving out that A there. So this is the root note for the major pentatonic. This goes root, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, root, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, and then we get back to the root here on the C. So the root notes can be found on the 8th fret of the E string, the 5th fret of the G string, and then on the thin E string at the 8th fret as well. So just to recap with this, if I start on my first finger, I get my minor pentatonic. If I start on my pinky, however, I get the major pentatonic. Now what I can do is I can mix this idea up. If I want to play an A minor pentatonic and an A major pentatonic because I want to mix those sounds, then what I can do is something very, very simple and just move the pattern down so I start on my pinky. I'm still using the same root note, so this becomes A major. You recognise that? That's A major pentatonic. That's A minor pentatonic. Now this is really cool, and I always think that it's a good idea to develop this in more than one position than the A minor position. So I recommend doing it in the E minor position. And if I do it here at the 12th fret, up in the dusty end of the neck, what we can do is we can put that first finger on the 12th fret, which is an E. And that means we play this root, flat 3rd, 4th, 5th, flat 7, root, flat 3rd, 4th, 5th, flat 7, and we're back to the root again. However, what I want to know is what is the major that's relative to this, and this is a cool little trick as well, because this helps you find out where the relative major and relative minor is. If I start on my pinky, I get that major pentatonic as well, and you can hear it. I'll get that My Girl riff. G major pentatonic, E minor pentatonic, but I'm only using one pattern really underneath it. I'm just missing that note off there at the 12th fret when I want the major pentatonic. So another place to learn this is in the key of D minor. So if we use this first finger to find our minor, there's the D at the 10th fret of the E string. we get root, flat third, fourth, fifth, flat 7, root, flat third, fourth, fifth, flat 7, root. Coming from the relative major, which is going to be on the pinky, because this is where this comes in here, guys. So we're going to get this F note. So this is going to tell me that I'm in the key of F. So here we go. Root, second, third, fifth, sixth. Root, second, third, fifth, sixth, root. The thing is that this is completely movable and transposable to other keys, but to do that you need to know your E string first, which you can learn in this video here.